Periscope. What's going on? Give you a second to get on here. God bless you. God bless you for joining. God bless you. Hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Currently, I'm out in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So my Thanksgiving was full of snow, which is kind of different from me being from down south, But nevertheless, it was a wonderful Thanksgiving. I want to take the time to get on here and encourage a couple of people very quickly. And if it blesses you, I ask that you would use it to bless somebody else. So please feel free to share the broadcast. Share with your Twitter followers, your Periscope followers, because I believe that this is a word that a lot of people need to hear. I want to talk about very quickly today about the topic of people and when people fail you. A lot of times we go in with the assumption that people at times can't hurt us, but the reality of it is that people are going to fail you. Whether it's a close friend, a family, God forbid it be a significant other, but whoever, there is going to come a time in everyone's life where you're going to come across an individual, and that individual is going to fail you. Now, the question I wanted to get on here and ask you today was not if people were going to fail you. The main question I wanted to get on here and ask you today was, what are you going to do when people fail you? You see, in those times, it's easy to be bitter. It's easy to be just mad and upset with the world. It's easy to go back to doing the thing that you know that you shouldn't be doing. It's easy to find comfort in drugs, alcohol. It's easy to find comfort in all the wrong things. And it's also easy to hurt somebody else because you've been hurt. But I want to challenge you today. And people of God, listen to me in all seriousness. I want to challenge you to do not go back to that negative thing. Instead, I want to encourage you to put your hope and your trust in Jesus Christ. The scripture declares in the book of Psalms, chapter 118, that it is better for you to put your trust in the Lord than to put your trust in man. Now, why does the scripture say that? Because at the end of the day, believe it or not, God is the only person that has the best plan for us. He's the only person out there that truly has our good intentions, regardless of what we see going on in society. The Bible declares that Jesus said, I know the plans that I have for you, plans for you to prosper, plans for you to be in peace, and plans for you to be in good health. So instead of running to that bottle or to that cigarette or even to the computer screen, I want to encourage you listeners to go running to Jesus, because right now you are in the perfect position for God to show himself to you strongly and to wrap you in his big wide arms so that you can embrace his love. So do not return fire with fire. I want to encourage you, be the bigger person, because like I said, the reality of it is that you're going to get hurt by people. If you always trust in people, if you live for their standards, if you live for their expectations, you're always gonna somehow come up short. And in that moment, it is easy for you to get destroyed. It is easy for you to fold and say, woe is me, and be mad at the world and just be out to get everybody, but don't do that. Because at the end of the day, that doesn't solve anything. Do not trade do not trade in temporary fulfillment or temporary gratification into from a moment of lifetime satisfaction. What do I mean by that? You see, you can go to that drug, or you can go to the thing that you know that you shouldn't go to, and it may grant you instant gratification at that moment. But what happens when that's over? You're always going to be left feeling empty. You're always going to be left feeling dry. You're always going to be left with the feeling of wanting more. And what happens is when you have God, when you have Jesus Christ in your life, he gives you a lifetime gratification, because he shows you that you don't need, you're bigger than the problem that you're facing. You see, I say it all the time. To know Jesus is not to know suffering. As long as we're in this world, we're going to have suffering, we're going to have pain, we're going to have issues. But here's the thing. To know Jesus means that we have victory over those sufferings. To know Jesus means that we have victory over all of life's sufferings. So I want to pray for a couple of people right now who may be on here. You're feeling discouraged. You're just broke. The devil, he has tried to destroy you by maybe he's caused some indifference between you and a loved one, or it might be a significant other. I just want to get on here and pray for you real quick, that the Lord would just want people to get theirs, or to get repaid for what the negative things that they've done.